Hey everyone, my name is Wes. This is Interactive English. The channel's all about trying to help you practice and improve your English skills. And today we're going to be talking about, well, English grammar. I have a verb tense quiz that I want to give you so you can practice your grammar skills and see if you can complete some of the sentences with the correct verb tense. So I will give you a moment to think of your answer, and then of course I will tell you what the answer is, and I'll try to help you out a little bit. I'm going to give you a hint with each of these questions. So this is actually a live lesson that I did a while back. I've just shortened it. For some of you, that means that this may be review, which is always good. And for others of you, if this is new, let me know how you did in the comments below. Let's just go ahead and start the quiz. Good luck. Let's just look at our very first question. Maybe this is a little tricky. So I've given you a hint that this is, there is a modal in this sentence, all right? There's a modal in this sentence, and I want you to, the main verb is know. He ought, better. The answer is to know. So I told you that it's a little tricky because you're not only writing the verb, you need to put the preposition to in there. So ought is your modal verb. Many people really consider ought to as the modal. And then when you have like a modal verb, you're going to follow that with the base verb know. The next one right here. This is going to be, again, maybe it's a little tricky. We'll see. I did say this is more advanced grammar. So the plain, your main verb is arrive at 8 p.m. Your clue is scheduled time. Somebody is saying that, oh, we got to get to the airport, the plane, at 8 p.m. The reason I said I thought it would be tricky is because I thought many people might say will arrive, which you could say, but scheduled time, it's more common that people are going to use the present simple. I'm talking about something in the future, but I'm using the present tense because we're talking about something that is scheduled time. How about this one? Again, your clue, unspecified time. So how would you complete this sentence? I to China twice. In this case, unspecified time, we're talking about the present perfect tense. I have been to China twice. You don't know when I'm talking about. I didn't tell you the time. So in that case, it's common. People are going to use the present perfect tense. I have been to China twice. Here we go. And this is true, actually. This is a true sentence for me and my family. I'd say last year at this time, we a trip to Romania. Your clue is I'm talking about an action at a point in time. We're talking about the past continuous. Last year at this time, we were planning a trip to Romania. And in this case, it's the past continuous. At this time last year, we were planning a trip to Romania. Let's look at the next one. I the door. In this case, I want you to think about the situation. And you're saying this sentence like it's a quick and sudden decision. We're talking about the future tense, something in the future, but it's like really the immediate future. And if you're talking about a sudden decision, I'll get. So you're going to use will with quick and sudden decisions, something that would happen immediately. And I think most of the time in conversation, people are going to use the contracted form. I will, I'll get the door. I'll answer it. So this, I'm telling you, there's an adverb clause in this sentence. And the adverb clause is before my alarm went off. The hint is really, think about that adverb clause, and that's going to help you determine the verb tense, that main verb, which is here. Before my alarm went off, I a loud boom. The answer that I have for you, just think about it, is just heard. Before my alarm went off, I heard a loud boom. The reason why I wanted you to focus on the adverb clause is because you have that past right there. It'll help tell you that the main verb will also be simple past. Before my alarm went off, I heard a loud boom. I kind of give you a hint for one that's coming up. Anyway, we will get there. I English for 4 years, and I will continue to do so in the future. Another key word there is for, F-O-R, the preposition, not the number. So I English for 4 years, and I will continue to do so in the future. We're talking about the present perfect continuous. I have been learning English for 4 years, and I will continue to do so in the future. Let me tell you why it's the present perfect continuous. So that first part, that first independent clause, I've been learning English for 4 years. Something that started in the past, it's continued to the present. So that really tells you you're going to use the perfect tense. But in this case, it's better to use the present perfect continuous because the next part is saying that you will continue learning English in the future. Here's the situation. There's 2 sentences. Your key is that there's like just some evidence. And I don't want to give too much of it away. So think of the situation. There's only 1 minute left in the match. Our team win. Remember how I told you before that sudden, quick actions, like something that happens immediately, you're going to use will. When there's evidence or even there's a sign that something will come in the future, you're going to use going to. There's only 1 minute left in the match. Our team is going to win. This is great. Let's look at the next question or the next sentence that I have for you. This is an example of the subjunctive, technically the subjunctive mood. So here's my sentence. The doctor recommends that she some sleep. I've done lessons about this before, so hopefully you've seen some of the lessons and it makes it much easier to understand. You would say, the doctor recommends that she get some rest. Did I say sleep in that first sentence? No, rest. Sorry. Maybe I misspoke when I was talking about it. The doctor recommends that she get some rest. Now, I will say that, again, I'm writing this down. So in writing, I think it's very common people would use the subjunctive mood, especially in the United States, because I'm from the US. They would use this in the United States. Now, if we're talking about spoken English, I think that people will say gets. And this is sometimes when the way people speak does not always match the way somebody would write something that is grammatically accepted or correct. Spoken English can be a bit different. Here's another one. Are you guys ready? What do you think? Now, I talked about this before, previously, a few minutes ago, 2 past events. And now I'm giving you 2 blanks. So think about the situation. By the time I at the restaurant, that is actually an adverb clause. The main clause, everyone, and I want you to use already order. And I'm talking about 2 events that are in the past. So the first part, by the time I at the restaurant, that is my adverb clause. And with the adverb clause, you're going to use the simple past. The next part, it's appropriate, especially because you see the word already. That should tell you, okay, the perfect tense. And because we're talking about the past, then you would use the past perfect. Let me show you the answer. Yes, by the time I arrived at the restaurant, everyone had already eaten. This is a good example as to when you would use the past perfect tense. So this was just a quick little grammar quiz that I had for you guys today to help you practice verb tenses. It wasn't a very long quiz. There were just 10 questions, but it's always good to get that practice, and I think it really helps with your overall English fluency. I wanted to say, again, if you guys like what we do here at Interactive English, there are links down in the description if you'd like to join Patreon, YouTube. I have some different rewards for you if you want to check that out. Help support what we do here at Interactive English. But in the future, I will have more quiz lessons like this to help you practice your grammar, help you practice vocabulary, pronunciation. I really enjoy doing these lessons. And if you guys think they're useful, let me know. Hit that like button.